get to most by the hill?
Oh, in the gully, I should think.
That's where I'm going to be.
Barney! Go on, Barney!
Good luck. Careful, son.
Thanks.
Well, that's the lot. Isn't it always the way? The experts who can do it in the right place. The blokes who can't, try it on the public road. Well, what do you think of it?
Oh, terrific. I think you'll find he's a smashing rider, don't you? See the way he went up Stag Hill? He's the only one who got clean up, you know. Oh, what a rider. Wish I could ride like that.
What's your name?
Ken Burt.
My name's Pistol. I'm in the police.
Oh.
You know what you call a motorcycle cop?
Who are you? I'd like to be one of those, riding a bike all day for a living.
Well, if you ever do, son, you'll soon know what I mean about public roads. Take any normal run. From here, if you like. Now, I'll look round to see the road is clear. And move off carefully. Not a racing style. Good riding is always unobtrusive. And I'm on the public roads now. T-junction ahead with busy traffic on the main road. Hello. Car behind. Signal I'm slowing down because we're coming to a halt sign. I'm going left. He wants to go right. So I let him come up outside me. That way he can see what's coming from the right. Forgot my goggles. You want to watch your eyes. You need them on the roads. He's going now. Suppose the road's clear. I better wait and see. Just as well. Safe now. Move off smoothly. And take up a position in the near lane. Good piece of road, and de-restricted, so I can go up to about 35, 40 safely. I'm going to turn right in a minute, glance behind. Nothing close, so I don't signal before altering course to the center of the road. Don't want to go flapping my hands about when it's not necessary. Here we are. I could make it, but no point in dashing across the opposing stream. All clear now. A 30 limit and up a hill. I'll change up as far as 3rd and stay there for a bit. Children and a ball. Trouble.
Mind out!
I thought so. Being in 3rd helped me to stop more quickly. I wish children wouldn't play ball in the street. Still, it may help her to remember her curb drill next time. Road surface not too good here, and the road's narrow, so keep near the curb and go cautiously. Slight left curve, so move out to get the best view round. There's a bridge. Can't see beyond it, so change down to give me more control. I keep in. I don't know what may be coming. What the? Just crazy. He couldn't see what was coming. If I'd been a car or near the middle of the road, someone would have ended up in hospital. Motorcyclists tend to rely on their narrowness, but it's just not worth taking risks. Clear road ahead except for 2 cyclists. Because they go slower, you're tempted to overtake at once, but they take up almost as much room as a car, and I don't attempt to pass them at a curve. Wait until I see the road is clear, then give a gentle toot and overtake. Always use more care with cyclists. One may swerve, both may swerve. This seems a good piece of road and de-restricted. I can open up a little. View ahead is good, so don't hug the curb. Take a straight path. Don't cross the white line. Good here with safety, but just as well to get the habit of leaving half the road to the other fellow. Some of them want more than that. Hello, 30 limit. Why here in the open country? Better slow down, though. There's usually a good reason for a limit sign. Hello, cows. Because I'm going slowly, I've time to look back and give a clear signal to the chap behind that I've got to stop. Get up there. Here's the built-up area. That's the reason for the limit sign put before the farm. Road de-restricted now, and quite clear ahead, so give the other fellow the ready-to-be-overtaken signal. Always give way to following traffic, if it's safe. Limit. That chap's a good rider, does his hurrying in the safe places and slows down for 30 limits. I slow down too and keep on the alert. Fair lot of people about, quite a big place. Halt sign. Good signal that. He's going left. I come up beside him ready to go right. I know that chap. Why, Hugh Viney. No wonder I thought he was a good rider. Hello, Hugh. Congratulations on winning the trial. Road was clear for him, but that doesn't mean it is for me. Make sure. Then go round. Main road. Bus route. Pedestrians and shoppers. So extra care. Bus at the stop. Glance underneath in case someone's crossing in front. They shouldn't do it, of course, but you can usually see their feet underneath. Good job I was prepared. There she goes, quite oblivious. I'm going to turn left up here, so I start slowing down now. Acute turn this, yet I can't pull out to get a good view. I pull into the curb, change down, and crawl round tight into the left. If you signal left, don't pull out first. You might force the chap behind out to the middle of the road. Always think how your driving will affect the chap behind. You know what you're going to do. He can only judge by your signals. S-bend ahead, take it carefully. That fellow's coming at a lick. I'll signal that I'm going to slow down. That's a silly thing to do. Overtaking on a blind bend, no proper pillion seat, that's illegal. And no footrest for his passenger either. Coming to another village. Reduce speed and go through it carefully. keeping a good lookout. Why will people call dogs across traffic? He'd probably have stayed where he was if you hadn't called him. Still, dogs always want watching when you're on a motorbike. The noise attracts them. School sign. That's important, especially at midday and tea time. Children coming out of school. I always stop if I see children wanting to cross. Helps to give them confidence in their curb bill if they see drivers cooperating. And I keep well out to discourage other traffic passing. Good surface here and no speed limit. But the hedges conceal oncoming traffic. So go cautiously and give yourself the greatest possible view round the curves by keeping out on the left-hand bend and in on the right-hand one. Ah, a bus. No danger, as I saw it in good time. But it just shows how these hedges conceal even a big vehicle until you're almost on top of it. Slow down sign. The correct signal. And don't move off until I know the road is clear. Good piece of road this, but I don't go too fast. 35 is quite enough. Chap on a sports model. Fast bikes, those. Clear road, so I'll pass that lorry, give him a toot. Nice clear signal from him. Better pass the next one, too. No, I can't see quite far enough ahead. Better wait until we're clear of the bend. I'm slowing down. You ought to, too, my lad. What have you done with your silencer? Taken the baffles out? Well, of all the silly... That warrants a caution.
And he'd have got one, too, if I'd have been in uniform. I'd have told him about his silencer, too. A noisy exhaust is no more efficient. It just aggravates other road users. Besides, he can be fined for it.
Getting into town now. Traffic thicker. Shoppers about. Be prepared for pedestrians stepping off the curb. Like that. It's not funny, lady. If I hadn't been going slowly and been ready to stop, you'd have had it. Lights. They're at green, but I'm ready for them to change to amber. He wasn't, and he'll end up in hospital if he comes up to lights at that speed, especially on these wood blocks. Wait patiently for the lights to change. A motorbike accelerates better than most cars, and by jumping off on your amber, you may meet a vehicle coming across on his amber. See what I mean? Now it's safe to go. Tram lines. They need watching. Cross at a wide angle and avoid speed. A tram somewhere ahead. No, bloke in a hurry. The tram stops, so he decides too late to go on the outside and... That's a near one. Well, I'll wait. Slow down signal. It's safe to go now on the inside of the tram. That's a typical normal run. Nothing extraordinary about it, but you've got to concentrate the whole time.
I always thought your work was a bit different. More high-speed stuff, you know, like...
Chasing car bandits, eh? That does happen. But then you've got to be even more careful. After all, it's not much good catching a jewel thief to kill a couple of pedestrians doing it, is it?
Well, no, but if you always ride carefully and slowly, how'd you know how to ride fast when you have to?
We had plenty of practice of the high-speed stuff. We've got our own private roads at Hendon. Perhaps you'd like to come down and see us.
Oh, yes, I would.
All right, Wednesday, Pistol's the name. Police driving school at Hendon. Just ask for me.
Fine.
Cheerio.
Cheerio. with me. Could I speak to P.C. Tisdall, please?
Inspector Tisdall, the officer in charge of the motorcycle wing. I think you'll find him in the garage.
Oh, thanks.
The motor then, eh?
When you finish that one, you can get on with the superintendent.
Very good, sir.
Oh, hello, Ken. Glad you made it. How are you?
Fine, thanks, sir.
Well, what do you think of them?
Gosh, they're all new bikes, aren't they?
They mean 45, didn't they, Bill?
That's right, sir. November 1945.
3 years old? But how'd you keep them looking so smashing?
Maintenance, my boy. Our lives depend on these bikes on the road, so we maintain them properly. Come along, I'll show you.
Now, lubrication. We'll oil our throttle cable at this point, our front brake cable here, and our clutch cable here. Now we come to this chappy down on the front wheel, the front brake operating hand. Clutch. All correct. Carry on, Tom. We grease that and grease it sparingly. And finally, to avoid trouble on the road, we make a routine check, which we call the daily inspection. First, petrol. See if it's sufficient in the tank. Then see it's turned on. You won't get very far with it turned off. Next, the oil. You can only check this by eye. See that the oil in the tank is above this level line. Then your fire extinguisher. If you carry one, make sure it is fully charged. You never know when you may need it. Next, your tire pump. See that it works. As a pump that doesn't is useless. Next, tires. You should all carry one of these, a tire pressure gauge. Tires kept at the correct pressure not only last longer, but reduce the chances of skidding. Then see your wheel nuts are tight. This includes the pinch bolt on the front near side. Switch on your lights to test, making sure that the dipper switch hits the headlamp. At the same time, checking the ammeter for discharge. Try your horn. Make sure you've got a nice clear note. Then test your chain for slackness. See that the connecting link is correctly fixed. Then test your rear brake. If this arm has gone past the upright position, the brakes require relining. Finally, test your steering. See that the steering damper is slack, and see that nothing is fouling the steering stop. I'll take this outside now to start up, check my oil pressure and the ammeter. Open the door, please, Smith.
If you want to see that road work, we'd better get going.
Yes, all right.
This is a place where we practice skidding and the sort of stuff we don't want to do on the public road.
Oh, I see.
Move those pylons, please. Now I'll show you how to brake and how not to brake on a greasy surface.
Correct braking with both brakes on a greasy surface. Braking on the turn with the rear brake only. There's some chance of recovery. Now braking on the turn with the front brake only. You haven't got a hope.
She's got twin cylinders, close ratio gearbox, hydraulic forks, spring heel, steers like a bird, hands up at 60, and acceleration. You just bang open the throttle and away she goes, whoosh.
Yes, but what about you? You know how long your reaction time is?
Reaction time?
Yes, the delay period. You know that no matter how good your brakes are, there is a time lag from the time you've seen the danger before you get your brakes on. We call this reaction time.
This machine is designed to test your reaction. Get in, Ken. Get your speed up to 30 miles an hour, and when you see some danger on the road ahead, apply your brakes.
Are you ready?
Yes?
Any time now. 0.4.
Your reaction time was 0.4 of a second. Pretty good. But come and have a look at this chart. Your reaction time plus your braking time means that you would have taken 63 feet to pull up in. Do you think you would have missed the kid?
Never mind, Ken. It just shows how careful you've got to be on the road. What about a cup of tea, eh?
Not just now. I've got to go on a night run in a few moments.
Oh, I like night riding. The bike always seems to go better at night.
Yes, but as a motorcyclist, you realize that night riding is a little different to ordinary day work. Take any routine run. It's just beginning to get dark. The most dangerous time on the road.
It's not easy to judge distance in the half-light. I put my pilot light on at the first signs of dusk. It helps others to see me coming in good time. 3 general points to remember at night. Reduce your speed, increase your vigilance, and keep a little further out from the curb to allow for any pedestrians who may step out of the shadows. Also, you're less likely to hit anything lying about on the edge of the road. Running into a darker patch, so I put on my headlamp. Keep my speed down, then I can stop easily within the range of my lamp. Another vehicle coming. I dip so as not to dazzle him, and look slightly left to avoid being dazzled myself. As I pass, I put my lamp on full again to give me the maximum light while my eyes are recovering. Dipping is a courtesy anyway, and should be practiced. If you are dazzled, dip. Always dip, but don't turn down to pilot. In any case, reduce speed. Car ahead. Don't want to pass, so I switch over to the pilot light, so as not to reflect my headlamp in his observation mirror. When I do want to pass, I signal by moving out into the center of the road and switching on my headlamp. He's seen my signal and waves me on. I say thank you as I pass. Courtesy is a good thing, day or night. Lights can be very useful at night in various ways. For instance, that light tells me a car is coming, and the shadow shows there's a cyclist in front of him. I'll keep well in to let them pass. Yes, other people's lamps are a great help, but if you don't see a light, don't assume the road is clear ahead. Remember, people park cars on curves, and parking lights don't show round the bend. There's a junction ahead. I'm turning right. Glance behind. There is a vehicle following, so signal that I'm slowing down. Good idea to have a white strip sewn on your gloves for night signaling. Road clear, signal, and around we go. Wonderful things, these road studs, used properly. They show up curves far ahead and are invaluable in fog, but don't ride right on them. If someone else does the same coming the other way, there'd be trouble. Also, I don't stare at them. Because they're bright, they attract the eye and may blind you to unlighted objects in the road. Hello, road up. Red lamps. Seems all clear, but be ready to stop if necessary. Coming to a built-up area now. Street lamps. But there are pools of darkness between the lamps, so I run on the dip beam, not the pilot. Always have as much light as you can, so long as you don't dazzle others. Coming into heavy traffic now, road well lighted, lots of people likely to be dazzled, so I switched to pilot. I still go carefully. All the lights in the world don't give us good visibility as daylight. And so, back to the station.
Well, those are some of the things I want you to watch for at night, son. I don't suppose you'll remember a thing by tomorrow.
Oh, yes, I will.
I doubt it. But there's 3 things I'd like you to remember. 1, keep your bike in good order. 2, don't trick ride on the road. 3, concentrate all the time. And then you may become another Hugh Viney. It's getting late. You better hop it.
Well, thanks a lot, Inspector, and goodbye.
Goodbye. Good luck.